So we talked about your Juno before. Did you feel like since the previous VOD, it improved?
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything specific that you felt like you couldn't get quite right, or still need to work on, or anything like that?
I'm not sure. Just maybe after this map, I remember
Okay,
like
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it looks like. Oh, okay, Mondo backed up. Why did you guys back up? What happened?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we back up. We need a. We're being very, very passive as a team.
And we should like give more pressure to them.
I think. Okay, so you have to rotate back here.
Yeah,
By the way, probably the safer rotate if you have time is just through this way, and then you can
yeah,
even drop back this way if you need. Just could get shot in the back.
yeah.
But
I'm
rotate
afraid
into a
like
space
Venture
like
is
that.
fast.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm afraid. Yeah, it's faster than me.
So Mondo pushes up here, but nobody pushed with them. So he got super split. So when Mondo pushes up, you two need to swing wide left side. Just a little bit, just to help him with this push. Yeah, it's a little bit disconnected. Like when Mondo pushes forward, we like I don't know what the comms were, but it should be like if he's trying to push forward now, then it should be speedering in front of him and then swing wide and then missiles. Right.
Okay,
But we get
yeah.
this speedering like after, it's a little bit awkward. And our push, like we don't even push at all. So Tracer gets a pincer. And Yeast should be marking the Tracer here, but it's a little bit tricky because, well, Yeast is marking another thing. And I don't think we knew where the Tracer was.
I think like this support is like very behind, so we cannot like find a target if we rush to them.
Yeah, however, like,
We can only like rush to brain.
so like what you guys can do is you and Connor go back and take this window, and then Connor can take this angle and then swing and take this angle, and you can support him if he tries to take the Tracer out of this angle, right? Because they
Okay.
pushed you out
Yeah.
and then you dropped, but they didn't stay up here. They dropped and now they're taking point. So this space on the high ground is open for you guys to retake.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So like if Connor
Yeah.
is here and Connor rotates and pushes this way, you can support him.
Yeah.
And yeah, if another option to get closer to the supports is if this was clear from Venture, then you could do your regular glide, and then missiles on this would be really fat, right?
Yeah.
And then Arisa pushes main at that same time. That would be another option for you guys. Go to the corner. Yeah. This is really good because you have your side of the choke and they have to push through it. we should be winning this. So what happened here? They land the better wall. Oh, Connor's taking too much of
The
a
advantage
split.
is good.
By the way, the setup here, if you want somebody in the angle, it should be Mei here, then Ryan here, and then Ash. And you can swing. Because Mei can sustain herself in the angle more and trade aggro with your Ryan, but Ash can't do that. Yeah, and then when we have our spike, because our wall kind of sucks. Like, your ring is a little bit late. I think your ring, as soon as you see our green light, which is the Ryan crossing the choke, he's doing that right now. So your ring should be down because you know, like the fight is taking place right now, and it lasts for quite a while too. So if you put it down right now, it'll last for like 4 or 5 seconds. It's like a long time. But when you're having to deploy it and do the whole like ring deploy animation in the middle of the fight, which is too much downtime for you. Those things are minor, but it's like there wasn't a lot else to say of that fight. Again, I don't think you hit your round here. Yeah, this push kind of sucks. I don't know, why do we break our wall? Who knows? Yeah, we want to ring, like, in front of Orion and then swing. And what's the problem with this window, you think? What about this enemy window? Should you respect it and back up, or what?
Like like uh like the right, like like the right, I mean, or go left to rush to them.
Yeah, I think there's no way you can kite. We're trying to push right now, you're putting down your ring, so what we should do is push through the window and try and take the space. Or at least put our Ryan in front of the window. So we need to, if we're ringing here, we can't kite anymore. We just need to fully push and try and take this corner and push through the window. Because as you can see, the kite doesn't really work. It's too it's sketchy. And you can Juno out there too. Like, we push through the window, we Juno out. We don't have to respect their window. Their window sucks. We can just walk through it. This is pretty good, I think. Where you can glide to is just down here. And then your Ryan is pushing up with the Juno ult, and then you have an off angle at which you can actually shoot and see the enemy still. And you're not vulnerable.
Okay.
The venture behind is just not really your job, to be honest. Okay, this fight. Get Rally and Blizz so we can take it close and raw. This is good, but you're peeking a little too hard prior to the fight here. Like, they have good poke, right?
Yeah.
Oops. Really good poke, really good poke, really good poke. Kind of in the middle, right? Like, they can definitely do damage at range, you guys. This is why it's so important to have your angle mid-fight and not pre-fight if it's an aggressive angle. Like, this is a pretty aggressive angle. So, this is what I mean. Like if you take a pre-fight, the enemy can poke you out, and then you're gonna be forced out. When the fight actually happens, when you guys want to go, you just took too much damage and you're forced out. However, if your team pushes, and then you take the angle, then the enemy has to deal with this, or this angle in the middle of the fight when your team is also fighting them, so it's too much aggression to handle at once. But if they see you here, it's so easy to poke you out and then take the fight. Like they don't have to fight your front line before they fight you if you're starting here.
Okay.
That's why aggressive angles like that on Juno, it should be mid-fight, not pre-fight. You guys can go way faster, for sure.
Yeah, I think I
calling
was
that.
like, I'm like I keep my ring for the please. I think.
Okay, but why don't you just ring and go kill them? Why, like, are you saying you want to wait for the blitz to happen?
Yeah.
But why don't you just go use your ring to go at them, right? Like, if you guys are holding here, it kind of implies that you want to hold on to this space. But if your Ryan is standing on the corner here, this implies that you want to swing the corner and maybe rally or something like that. What I'm saying is I think you should probably just be aggro this fight instead of being defensive, because the ring is not always going to save you from Blizz. If they just drop a wall, a Mei wall here, and then Blizz, your Ryan's going to die even if he has a speed ring. So
Okay.
I think the better answer to Blizzard is we just be super aggressive and try and speed through it with ring. It's not a bad logic though, like what you're saying. That makes sense. I just think this comp is better at pushing than guiding like that. They just use window to catch you there. That's okay. This is a good ultimate, looks like. Get the guys again. Good missiles. Yeah, that was a ton of damage from me. That's good. Slide your way up there.
Yeah.
Again, this is just the deal about taking poke. Nice. This is really that's good. I can tell you've been practicing your cooldown cycles because they're noticeably better since last time. Again, a little bit minor, but if you're planning to use more ultimates, I think you should probably just stop your gliding and stand on this high ground. I know you saw the Genji.
Okay.
I think you can afford to fight up there since you're full HP and all that. less ability to focus your midfight like that. If you go to that angle in the middle of the fight, they're all distracted doing other stuff. So it's hard for them to go at you. One like that. Just some cover usage. That's tough. They hit a really better wall. So we have to kite, but we're kiting and rallying at the same time. So it's a little weird. At least doesn't block the shot. It's rally. I think that's an example of just how kiting doesn't really work that well with our comp there. Not so much related to your playstyle, but just the fact that we choose to kite is rough. What's up, Alex?
Little late night VOD.
Yeah.
I'm in. I had a VOD at 7 this morning. It was powerful.
Yeah, I could never do that.
I've never learned more.
That was
I've never
fast.
absorbed information better.
That was fast asleep. I wish I could watch the VOD, but it has yet to be uploaded like 6 days later. Very slow to rotate there. You should just be more decisive. Nice, we're trying to push the right side here. That's good, we won the space. As long as we can survive. Yeah, a little bit, so when they cut you like this, we just need to, I think, move together a bit more. Like right now, these guys are just out of the fight. We don't really have to worry about them. But this Juno and this Bastion should be our targets. We get a zone here, but I think, like at this point, if you're this split, you should either commit to flanking, or maintaining this angle and shooting them like that, or speedering immediately and go back. But you're kind of like taking a really long time to make the rotation here, and it's a lot of time spent in the open. Even this missile is like, it is very fat, but as you can see, Mondo is like 1 second away from actually being engaged. Like now he's going, and the missiles right now would be more survivable for you because Mondo's tanking a lot of the aggression right now. You should try and pull out the ultimate a little bit faster. If you're going with ring right now, like, you should just be quicker. Like, just be like at the corner, ring, and then immediately go and use ultimate. But there was a lot of waiting here. That gives them a bit of time to pay it and respond. Fat missiles. David. It's pretty well played. We kind of got split by the blizzard. think right now, or as soon as the blizzard ends, you should be trying to go in and trade. That's your only option to win this fight. If you sit back here, Mondo will for sure just die. It's okay, it's reset anyways. This is a good attempt here. I think it's just clear that you a little bit mispositioned in front of your tank. It's gonna cost you to die. That'd be a good idea otherwise. We can back up the engagement we wanted, so we can just kite. That's totally fine. Missiles, that's good. Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, we have Juno, what we should do, what can we go fast now? By the way, when they bash and all, that doesn't necessarily mean we have to like do nothing or even kite. When they use bash and all, that means that they don't have turret anymore, so that could be our option to just hard walk this way. And yeah, he'll probably drop it as we're trying to make that rotation, but if we're fast enough, it's fine. Also, it doesn't do that much damage. Like
you won't die to Bastion.
We can totally survive it. Yeah.
Okay.
And inside Juno, like that healing alone will almost just make it useless. But if you get on top of this guy or this guy with your speed and Juno, that's a really good engagement, and you'll do that easier when they don't have turret up. So Bastion's not something to be afraid of. You can get in there and engage. Have speed. That's okay. Should go a little bit wider. This time, I don't think he went wide enough. Like if you could go out to this direction, that would give you a better angle and a little more pressure on squishies this way. Glided before this week. Oh no, it was after. Took the space. Just a bit of an overrush here. Like we took our turn and we used our CPs to take this corner. Just a bit of a push. I don't know what I can really say about specifically here. So a little more damage on the off angle when they're trying to peek, but other than that, that was fine for me. Again, we're just waiting for quite a long time. You see how like hesitant we are. Let's look at the overhead.
Yeah.
It's like the wall should not be an issue if we just walk past it. Like this wall is not a problem if everybody's walking in front of the cart right now. The wall is only a problem if he's trying to back out. But we shouldn't be trying to back out. We should be trying to just push and push and push because we have Juno ult up. There's just no reason to press us there at all. Let's replay your bug. Nice missiles. Now I really want you to just stay on this target here. Like I really, really want you to stay on these squishies on the right side. But you went backwards for a second. Nice big missiles. A little bit deep there. Let's be careful. Yeah, a little bit of downtime there. I think this right here is too deep. That speedering was a little bit of a disconnect between your tank and you. And then, like, just don't shoot the wall. Just stay here
Yeah,
and,
maybe
and shoot.
I think
these guys.
we should just rush to this part.
Yeah. I know. Probably just a miscommunication with the Mondo. I agree. You should have killed the carry. Sorry, Juno. Or that there. Yeah, then we just have to touch. Okay, yeah. So is that? I think overall the cooldown cycles were much better than last time. Like you were usually doing your ring, glide, missiles, wide swing. It was much better, so that's good to see.
Yeah, maybe can we do another two?
An Ana one, maybe,
Oh, no, another one? Yeah.
or a different hero.
Ilios. I play Anna and Kiri there.
I forget what we talked about Ana last time, to be honest. I think it was mostly positioning. So this is a good spot for you to start on. I wouldn't. If your goal is to heal Yeast, you don't have to drop here. But if your goal is to get an angle on main, I still don't think you have to drop here. You can just stay here.
Okay.
Do you agree? Like, Yeast can peek you. This is LOS. And then,
Yeah, but I cannot really like see the main.
yeah, you can see main from here. And,
But only like throw it there, but cannot shoot anyone.
yeah, but, like, your monkey's not trying to dive here. Your monkey's just holding this space. So all you need to do is see this space to help your monkey, right?
Yeah.
And you see the Tracer on this side. So do you really want to walk to this side of the map when you know Tracer owns this space? Like, Yeast is not going to die to Tracer. Yeast doesn't need you to physically be close to him right now. So I'd say you just, if you want to switch up your angle, because this is not enough LOS for you, or this is not enough LOS for you, then just drop here and play play this angle or in cage like here. And these angles are good for you. And this is safe at this point in time because you know you saw Tracer here. This would be dangerous if Tracer was here. But you saw her on the other side of the map, so it's safe for you to be in this spot.
Yeah. Oh, this match is too early. I was so tired.
Yeah. The mythic is so much movement. It's so fast. Okay. Take this height, that's good. Look for a nade, look for a nade, big nade.
I know it's so good.
Armando's or sorry, Tony's a little bit late to jump there. I missed the sleep. So yeah,
Am I it's like a shit.
I think yeah. I mean, I think it's just awareness too. Like you were scoped in probably longer than you needed to be. It's not just the fact that you missed the sleep dart. It's just the fact that you didn't notice the doom was there until too late. So, yeah. Just make sure you know where the threats are. Like between everybody on the enemy team, the people you need to know where they are, in terms of your own survival, is Tracer and Doom. Because they're the ones that are most likely to reach you first in an engagement. Just keep track of those two, and then you should be safe.
Okay.
You see Tracer on the bottom left, and you see Doom main, so you're totally safe right now. Let's see, where did the Tracer come from? The Tracer did that, yeah. Okay, that's fine. By the way, if the Tracer gets you caught out here, this is not a safe spot to stand because there are, you know, it's not enough cover. So either walk this way into cover or walk towards her into cover.
Okay.
You know the Tracer's on the left side, so you can counter rotate right side. Like you see her in this spot, so you can make this rotation to this spot. Right? Because this is safe now relative to where the enemy Tracer is. Just create distance between you and her. And now you're peeking. Now you're peeking the right side by accident. I think this nade is a little bit lazy. Like, don't try and hit like two people. Either select only the Juno or only the Soz. So you should either nade here or nade here. But don't be greedy and try and nade both of them. Just choose one. Or you could nade the Doom. But you need to pick a specific target when you're nading.
Okay.
Tracer's underneath you. That's a good nade, but Tony took too much creep by poke.
That must sting. Stand up straight.
just be careful. Just remember you can heal him from here, over the
Oh.
fence.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know you are calling your nades, but this he should immediately have jumped on this. Like, just make sure it's really clear, like in your comms, when the nade is going to land, because Tony should already be here, and that's both you and his responsibility to make that happen. Oh yeah, then you walk into the tracer again. So even if the Kiriko's here, or I guess if you're trying to heal Tony, this side of the map is dangerous because this is the threat, and this side of the map is not dangerous because Doom is here and Tracer is here. So this is more open for you to take. So you can hold on to Sleep Dart a little bit longer. Like, you don't need to sleep Doom here because
Okay.
nobody is, like, he's not a threat right now. Like, he's not doing anything. You guys are just walking out. When he's using power block, that's a really good time to sleep him. I just a little bit early on the Sleep Dart, I think. And then a little bit of an over push there. Like, if you know that you don't have sleep right now, walking up to here is kind of a feed. You can just hold this corner and peek this way. And if you know the Tracer is somewhere over here, then what path can you take to LOS point?
Hear that. Yeah.
You can do this one. Or you could have rolled out high ground in the first place, which would have probably been a little bit safer. But if you're here, then your best option is to go this way, to get away from Tracer.
Okay.
Nice. Stay on Sojourn, stay on Sojourn. Okay, good.
And I play Kiri here.
Yeah, okay. Any questions about the Ana then? Since we're done looking
Yeah,
at Ana.
I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, Kiri Juno, it's very, very important for you to take an off angle pre-fight, because we want to have more map control with Kiri for sure. Kiri is really good at enabling an off angle.
Draw strength from nature.
That's pretty good. You could have been a little bit wider too. Like, you can avoid things like this by not stacking with your team. This is stacking main, technically, at this point in the fight. So just even something like climbing up here and off-angling from this side would keep you from taking so much damage. Bit of a waste of TP there. You're backing up a little bit, but I really want you in the poke phase. I really want you to focus on like holding space. Like, if you can, really try and hold this position here, and mark this tracer, and heal your tracer, and heal your echo, and mark this angle too. Like, you can stay here and around this area for a very, very long time. The only person that should really be able to force you out is Monkey. Everything else you should be able to deal with. I'll just use some cover. Suzu there. You'll see. See how bad this feels?
Yeah.
Like this fight would feel much better at this point if you were still just standing here. Or even on this side. With this off angle. Or this side with this off angle. But being main just feels really, really bad.
That feels better.
No shots, but yeah, they engage on you because you're kind of just low ground main again. Like, what's a safer spot you could be? I think
Maybe up there.
either here or on this side, right?
Yeah.
Maybe one of those two. Get her. Nice.
A lot of damage, huh?
Now, when you have rush, it's more reasonable to start on the main angle because you want to rush main most of the time. So
Yeah.
it can be easier for your team to get rush if you're just standing kind of on main behind them.
Maybe decide to rush when they get the when they get out from
the
the door.
through the choke here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
That's good rush. It is a good rush. This is a solid, solid ultimate. You just need to Suzu yourself in TP to Tony. And even then you might still die, but I think what else could you have done? Yeah. Just need to use your cooldown there, I think. You gave yourself a solid amount of time there. Like at the end of the rush, our stabilization spot is in this area. We can live here for a long time. If David was alive, that would be easier because you could probably have TP to him. It's super risky to TP in. Like I would not recommend doing this all the time.
Because like there are only 2 people in the point.
Yeah,
Like
but
only one can rip.
yeah, but you're about to LOS him in like 1, 2, 3 seconds. You'll have LOS. It's like I think you can afford to wait like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and then you just heal him, and you're not gonna like commit suicide to do so. Or your safer option would have been probably just TP here, and then heal your monkey at range, because he's gonna jump out. He's gonna leave this location. And this is very deep, but this is less deep. So a TP here, if you got there in time, would have been a little bit safer for you to do. Did you see Connor? Yeah, you're
Too far. It's too far, I think.
yeah, but you're not even pre-aiming. Like you should pre-aim to Connor here to
Okay.
and hold shift if you want to get the TP in time.
Yeah, because I don't know like where he will be going. Like
Yeah. But you see what I mean when I say like the safer
yeah.
TP? Like this is way
Yeah, I got it.
safer than this. So
yeah.
that should be your priority when you're choosing the target. She misses pulse. Nice. Now stay here. Don't go back main, just stay on this side of the map and take the space like that. Yeah, careful with the TP there. Nice. Yeah, good job. So keep your angles a bit wider on Kiriko. Get off the ground to avoid Tracer, because she can't get to high ground.
Okay.
And stop TPing into Monkey like you do. It's pretty risky. The only times you should do that is when you're going to flip map, like you know for a fact that you're gonna flip map on them, or you're gonna like use like TP into Monkey and then use like Kitsune Rush to stabilize in, or use some kind of like sustain ultimate like Juno
Okay.
ult or Rally or something like that. Then you can do that. But if they see you TP in, Monkey's cycle is gonna end, and then you're gonna die because Monkey can jump out, but your cooldown is up, so they can just kill you afterwards. If you TP in on your own main. Yeah, and don't die with your cooldowns. But that's about it for Kiriko.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I think I'm good today.
okay, yeah, that's sounds good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and your improvement on Juno is really solid, so keep that up. That's some good work.
Okay. Yeah, thank
Alright,
you.
Yeah, thank you.